Good evening, folks. Okay, here we go. Alright, so you know what today's video is. This is going to be a Q&A video. A little late, but we are going to go on to it right now. So as usual, I'm going to read these questions and I'm going to answer them. So this time we have about 20, looks like 18, between 15 and 20 questions here. So let me start from the top here. Okay, so this shouldn't take that long. All right. First person, palabra. All right, sir. Okay. Let me read this. Hello, my friend. Have you ever heard of the Great Language Game? It's a game where you hear some samples and then you need to guess the language. I played it, recorded it, and uploaded the footage on my channel. Can you do the same? It's so much fun. I think you would do extraordinarily good. I'd love to see that. Okay, yeah. I actually did this, and you were on the stream when I did it. Dang, what was our score? I think we got to 2,000 or something like that. I did it like maybe a week or two ago on my my live stream YouTube. Everybody participated and we all did it together. It was fun. I'll probably do it again in the future, but yeah, that was good. I did it already and you were there. So all right, sir, nice to see you again. Let's go on to the next one here. Matthew Thomas. Okay, so Moses, I finished my Japanese Pimsleur 2 tape. Should I review the tape before moving on, as I have found some words hard to grasp? Also, how can I add to my vocabulary list? Much love, respect, and peace, brother. All right, Mr. Thomas, thanks a lot for your question. I've never seen you here before, so welcome to my channel. All right. You really don't have to go through. You said there's your Pimsleur 2 tape. You don't really have to go through it again because those vocabulary words come up again. So if you found some words to be very difficult to enunciate, you can wait. You can continue on with the course because they're going to use them again. But I mean, if you want to repeat, go back over it again, you can, but I think it's redundant. You don't really have to, given the fact that they're going to repeat those words in the future. Okay, so yeah. And how can I add to my vocabulary list? Yeah, so adding everybody has their own different ways or own way of adding new vocabulary. For me, I like to learn vocabulary on the fly. If it's a word I don't know and I want to learn right away, I learn like that. I also like to learn through reading, like dialogues, conversation with native speakers. That's just my strategy. When I have, like, for example, if I use Hello Talk, anything that's new to me as far as vocabulary phrases, I always save that stuff and put it in my notes, and I always revise it. And I use whatever the word is, I try to use that with a native speaker so I can retain it. That's something that I've always done when picking up new vocabulary and phrases. You can do the same. Maybe you have an alternative way. Some people like to use flashcards. I mean, there's a number of ways to go about learning new vocabulary. Everybody does it differently, but that's how I normally learn vocabulary. All right, thanks a lot for your question, sir. If you have any other questions, just post them in this video, not this one, but this video that I'm making right now, and I will answer them in the response video next week, or the next response video. Somebody asked me, where is the Albanian flag? And I respond to them. I said, it's there. As you can see, the Albanian flag is right there. It's there. It's there. It's hiding behind there. It's there. It's there. All right, let me see. Oh, you see this? This is my new. I got this last week when I went out and leveled up. This is my Bruce Lee little poster there. this level up video that I'm about to release on 138, you guys going to see the place I got it from. It was like $12 when I bought it at that place. Okay. All right. What's next? All right, Lorenzo von Mata. Thanks for answering my previous question, Moses. Here's another question. After watching a few of your level up videos over the past few days, I'm curious. A lot of the people you encounter tend to say that you should travel to their country. Which countries have you visited, and which ones are you thinking of going to in the near future? Okay, Lorenzo. All right. So far I've been to Japan, Taiwan, and Korea. If you want to consider Canada as another country, I've been to Canada a couple times, and that's it. I haven't been to any other countries. In the near future, I'm not exactly sure. Probably, I don't know, Italy maybe. I might head out to that Italy. I'm not sure when, but that's something that came up in a conversation with someone. That might be a possibility. That might be my next country I visit. But you guys will know, because I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted about that. But yeah, that came up like quite a few times in the conversation, and that might be my next country I visit. All right. Okay, Lorenzo, thanks for your question. Next question by FLP. Hey Moses, how many ISOMIL courses do you have? I have no idea, man. I have no idea. I have a lot of ISOMIL courses, and actually I'll show you some right now. Here's some down here. I got some down there. I have to clean up my room. I don't want to, it's a little embarrassing. I don't want you guys to see how messy it is, but ISOMIL courses there. I have an ISOMIL course here. Look at that. There. The heck is that on my? Oh, that's from that cracker I was eating, probably. I have a lot of ISOMIL courses, man. I'm not exactly sure how many I have, but I have a lot. Okay. Okay. Next question. Boris. Moses, in your opinion, what is the main difficulty of Russian language? Thank you in advance. I'm a native Russian speaker and just curious about it. I think it's the grammar, man. It's the grammar. The pronunciation, I think it could be a little tricky at first, but I think as a native English speaker, I would say if someone that speaks English as a native language, and I'm just looking at my own experience when I started learning Russian, I would say definitely the grammar, because of the case system, and that's very difficult to grasp as a native English speaker, because we don't really follow rules like that. I'm pretty sure I'm a native English speaker, so it's really difficult for me to say what's difficult and what's not difficult. I know we have a lot of slang and stuff, but when it comes to that Russian grammar, that's what I found to be most difficult about that language. But it's a language like any other language. If you can be patient and you continue practicing the language, you'll eventually get used to it, just like any other language. But it is frustrating if you don't attack the language in a way that will allow you to learn swiftly and not be so stressed out. And for me, I think learning a language like that, you need to take an approach that doesn't really rely heavily on grammar study, and that's as a beginner. Okay, and again, as I always say, I love grammar. I love studying grammar, but as a beginner learning a language, I tend not to do that. I don't really touch a grammar until after about at least 5 months. Once I'm like 5 or 6 months in the language, and that's when I really start looking at the grammar. I'll scrutinize it a bit more than usual, so yeah, it's the grammar. All right, thanks a lot for your question, Boris. Next question. Who was this? What's this? 俺の質問が見えますが、心配するな。Okay, so this person, Kwa Majoina, wrote this in Japanese and asked me if I saw the question, but I didn't see your question. I didn't see it. You may have to post it in this video again. Let me, yeah, just post it in this video, and I will answer it in next week's in the next Q&A video. All right, next question. Teehee. Yeah, this is going to be pretty. Hey, so I don't know if you know this, but you're like really cool. You are fearless of speaking. You are fearless of speaking. It's pretty motivating. So thanks. My question is, how do you learn the grammar of a language that you already speak? I speak Croatian as my second language, but I didn't study it. I learned by listening to my father. So I'm pretty happy with my listening comprehension, my pronunciation, and I'm at a B1, B2 level. But the only thing is that my grammar sucks. Would you recommend actually sitting down and studying the grammar the formal way, or more of just reading Croatian text, speaking it more, and listening to audios and such? All right, Teehee, thanks a lot for your question. I think if you on that level in the language, I think you could do a combination of both. I would do a combination of reading text and also get a grammar book, just going through the grammar just to clarify some things. I mean, it shouldn't be very difficult for you. It shouldn't be confusing, as you already can speak the language. But yeah, I will consider doing a combination of both, the reading the text and also the do some grammar exercises. That's what I would do. All right, thanks a lot for your question. Moving on. All right, J Mackie. Hello, Moses, my friend. Love your channel. You are such an inspiring, gifted polyglot. As a native Welsh speaker, I was wondering if you had ever delved into learning this or any other languages in the Celtic language family. Greetings from Wales and okay, I can't read that. I'm not gonna try it. I don't want to butcher that too bad. All right, Jay, welcome to the channel, man. Thanks a lot for your questions and tuning in. I haven't well, this language came up in the past, Welsh. Someone asked me if I was interested in learning that language, but I don't know. I don't know how many speakers of that language are in the USA. I'm not exactly sure, but just like I tell everyone else, I'm open to learn any language. It doesn't really matter what language it is, even if there are no speakers around. Like, even if it's just as far as like that goes for like learning a couple phrases or words, just kind of get a little experience with it. I would do that, and yeah, why not? I think Welsh should be a language that I will touch in the future. Why not? I'll give it a shot. I will give it a shot. All right. Let me see. Oh, in the Celtic language family, yeah. Again, yeah, I wouldn't mind getting some experience in learning those languages. So we'll see what lies in the future. We'll see. All right, thanks a lot for your question. Next question, Nelson, Trinidad. Of all the languages you've studied so far, which was the most difficult script for you to learn apart from Chinese? Okay, I would say Burmese. Burmese is pretty complicated. Burmese scripts. Yeah, Burmese is pretty complicated. Arabic. Nah, I think Burmese is more difficult. Arabic is pretty tricky. Only because they have positions in their letters. They have the first medial and the mid position, the medial position, the final position. That was a bit tricky, but yeah, I think Burmese is more complicated than that. So I would say Burmese, definitely. Burmese is difficult after the Chinese. Oh yeah. I almost started learning the Mongolian traditional script. It looks like Arabic, but it's not straight. You got to read it like vertical. Like it's. I don't know if you guys have seen it. If you go to Omniglot, type in Mongolian, and you'll see like a script. Like it looks like, it doesn't look exactly like Arabic, but it's like a really different looking script. You guys just do a search on Mongolian script. Go to Omniglot. You'll be able to see it there. But I almost started learning that, but I don't know what stopped me. But that seems like a complicated script. But yeah, I think the Burmese has been pretty complex after Chinese. Pretty complex. All right, next question, Omar. Hey Moses, I recently started learning Korean and I want to know what resources what resources you would recommend and what level you think your Korean is at. What resources? Okay, so okay. Oh, you said you started learning Korean. All right, so you're a beginner. I will start with a get an audio course, maybe Pimsleur, Michelle Thomas. I don't even know if there's a Michelle Thomas for that, but I will start off with that, just kind of get a feel of the language and see how confident you are after that. And then there are a lot of other resources you can use, but again, as I tell everybody else, it depends on what you're trying to do. I need to know exactly what you want to do, where you want to be in that language, and it will be easier for me to give you advice on what resources you could use. So I would say right off the bat, just start with an audio, like something like Pimsleur or Teach Yourself. I mean, not Teach Yourself, Michelle Thomas. If there's a Korean course for that, for Michelle Thomas. My Korean level, I would say my Korean is probably, it's like, it's between a low intermediate. It's like intermediate between low intermediate, somewhere intermediate, maybe like that. I don't know, about intermediate, I will say. All right, that is it for your question. Thanks a lot for your question, Omar. If you have any other questions, post them in this video here, and I will answer them in the next Q&A video. Lucario. So hello, taking all the aspects into account, what language has been more difficult for you, Korean or Japanese? Thanks. Well, grammatically, they are very similar languages, but for some reason, I feel that Korean is a little bit more difficult with the grammar. I don't know what it is, but it's something about it that makes it more difficult. Writing, hands down, Japanese is more difficult. Pronunciation wise, Korean is more difficult. That's a tough one, man. That's really tough because they both have their own difficulties. I don't know. I think, yeah, probably, I don't know. Korean might be more difficult. It's really, really hard. Like I said, they have their own difficulties. It's like they're like tied when it comes to difficulty, almost tied. But yeah, Korean, for some reason, I think that definitely the pronunciation for Korean is more difficult than Japanese. It's tricky, and the grammar, although it's similar to Japanese, it's something about it that makes it more difficult. I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe there's someone out there that can explain what it is, but I don't know. I feel that Korean is more difficult than Japanese. You know, that's just my opinion. All right, Lucario. Next question, Luke Truman. Okay, so hi Mos, I'm traveling to Hong Kong in August, and want to know, in your opinion, the best way to prepare. Right now, I am speaking to people as much as possible and spending all of my study time working on my listening comprehension. Also, as I am there for 2 weeks, I want to attempt a no English rule for the whole 2 weeks and see how it goes. Have you tried this before? Okay, Luke. I mean, I think you're doing what you just mentioned. I think you're doing the right thing. Talking to people as much as possible and working on your listening comprehension. I don't know what else I could tell you to do. That's what I would do. That's exactly what I would do if I was going to the country soon. The no English rule. I don't. You know what? Actually, yeah, I was put in a situation where there was no English. I mean, I didn't have a choice when I went to Taiwan because the family, they couldn't speak English. So I had no choice but to speak Chinese, especially when a wife had went out into the city and left me there alone at that time. I had to talk with her mom in Chinese. So really, it wasn't I'm gonna go no English rule because nobody speaks English there and her family. So I had to speak the Chinese. But yeah, man, I wish you the best. That's great, man. That's great. I'm glad to hear that you're gonna make that trip over there. But yeah, like I said, you're doing what I would do. I mean, I don't see what else you could do besides that. Okay. All right, next question. Chewy84. How was your Finnish? I'm just amazed how fast you have learned languages. I'm native Finnish speaker, study Swedish and English in school, and just started Spanish as self-learning using phone apps. Just amazed at you. Do you have any videos do you have any videos where you speak your whole repertoire? Okay, Chelsea, welcome to the channel. Let me see. I forgot to like these little questions here I just answered. Okay. All right, so let me see. All right, Chewy, welcome to the channel. I haven't seen you here before. Finnish is still an active language for me. I've been doing it for, yeah, it's been about 13, 14 months or something like that. It's been over a year since I've been working on that. Still grinding on that. Difficult language, very difficult language. Yeah, I still have a lot to learn, a lot of practice. And I would say it's really kind of hard to gauge my whole level in the language. Is really because I noticed that as far as my comprehension is good, as I would say my comprehension is a lot better than my spoken. Yeah, my comprehension is better than my spoken. I could speak pretty good. Let me see. I could speak pretty good, but I just need to practice more. That's my problem. I just need to practice more. I have a partner I meet with on Skype, but I need to speak that language. I need to speak a lot more. So yeah, it's not. I'm not on a very, very high level in the language. I would say probably like low intermediate, somewhere between like intermediate, between low intermediate, somewhere around there. Yeah, I have a lot to learn for Finnish. I haven't made any videos where I what do you mean when you asked me about me speaking my whole repertoire? What do you mean exactly? Do you mean like speaking all the languages, or talking about all the languages, my method and whatnot? I'm not exactly sure what you mean there, but yeah. So again, welcome to the channel, and I wish you the best on your studies for Spanish. And if you have any other questions, post them in this video below, and I will answer them in the next Q&A video. All right, man. This is the last question here. It says, "Can we ask questions about your diet or exercise routine?" I answered back, said sure. And then he asked me, "What does your diet consist of, and how often do you do cheat days?" Okay. All right. So I've been on this diet for about, how many months has it been? About 4 months, maybe 5 months or something like that. And basically, I'm on a pescatarian diet. And if you don't know what that is, pescatarian diet is basically a fish diet. When it comes to meat, I only eat like salmon, wild salmon. I don't eat any other meat. I don't eat chicken. I don't eat pork. I don't eat turkey or anything. I stopped eating that like 5 months ago. So it's a little different. Okay, so in the morning, I'll probably eat something like I'll eat some cereal with almond milk. Eat some Raisin Bran with some honey. I think I showed you guys the honey that I normally like to use. Add some honey to that, almond milk, eat that. Then I will eat some salmon mixed with some vegetables like kale, red onions, pak chow, beets. Eat something like that for lunch. And then me and my brother, we go out often. We eat out a lot too. We'll go to like a pasta restaurant like Fazoli's. We'll eat a lot of carbs before we go to the gym, because we work out a lot. Then we'll occasionally order pizza. What else? So I mean, it's different. So I try to eat a lot of vegetables, and I eat a lot of carbs because I go to the gym and I'm trying to gain like mass. So that's why I eat a lot of carbs. As far as drinks, I drink a lot of water. Occasionally I'll drink some other juice like cider, apple juice, or cider, orange juice. Cider, orange juice. Sometimes we go to the Waffle House. We'll eat like some breakfast food. We'll eat like some grits. We'll have a waffle. We'll have like grilled cheese on raisin bread, hash brown, stuff like that. But I drink, I'll say 99% I drink water. That's all I really drink. So as far as cheat days, I don't really have, these past 5 months I haven't had any cheat days. But when I did something, I think before, because I pretty much on the same diet as my brother. Before I got on his diet, I was working on another diet. I did have cheat days. I'll eat something outside of my diet. I'll eat some like certain meats or whatever. But that was like on a weekend. I'll do it like on a Saturday and a Sunday, and then the whole week I go right back to my diet. So if you have cheat days, you can do something like that. Just eat your diet, your new diet that you're following. Just follow that diet during the week, Monday to Friday, and then you could do a cheat day or a couple cheat days over the weekend. That's what I did before. But I haven't. This diet I'm on now, it's been very strict. I don't even have any cheat days. I just pretty much stick to what I've been eating. So that is it. So like I said, this video is not that very long because we don't have that many questions in this week's Q&A video. So if you guys are new to watching these videos, if you have any questions, you need to post them in this Q&A video to make it easier for me to answer them. I do get questions in other videos, but I don't really have time to sit down and answer them. It depends on what type of question it is. If it's a question that I can answer right away, I'll just answer right away. But if it's something that someone want me to explain and all that, I think it's better to just post that question in this type of video, and I can just take my time and explain it. Because normally these videos they be like they'll get up to like an hour long, depending on how many questions I have. So there's really no limit. I'll answer the question in the video, you see. So let me see. That is it. That is pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions, again, post them in this video, and I will answer them in the next Q&A video. So that is it. Thanks for viewing, and you guys take it easy. See you next time. Peace.